welcome. Thank you for tuning in on this personal growth channel. I am Tami, McDonald, and I just want to say welcome, especially if this is your first time listening to any of my content. I appreciate you, and what this channel is all about, briefly, is really just about me giving you some different thoughts and insights and tips and strategies, maybe to help you out in your own personal growth journey. And just, different perspectives on things. And anyway, so just please consider like, share, subscribing, ring the bell. Much appreciative. So let's get into this. Anyway, where am I? I'm in a little town called Lake Wales, Florida, and it's a Sunday afternoon, and as you can see, I'm sitting at a cafe. They're closed. Here they are behind me. See, check it out. It's a cute little place. It's in the shade. Got the fans on. There's a little mural downtown. And I just thought, what a cool place just to pull over and whip out my camera and just share a thought with you. So that's what I'm going to do right now. Anyway, what is my thought today? My thought today stems from an experience that I just had actually 2 days ago. I was in another town in Mount Dora, and I was with my son. He's 16. And we had our masks, because it's COVID-19 era. So if you see this video way in the future, maybe we won't have it in the future, but this is what's going on now. It's the COVID-19 era. Most shops, if not all of them, are requesting their people to, their customers to wear a mask when you enter and when you're shopping. So I had it with me, right? My son had his on already. I had mine in my purse. But this was what was weird, because being from out of town and not living in this town, I didn't see any signs on the door that said you had to wear a mask, right? Because most of the places where I live, everybody's got the big sign on the door, you have to wear a mask before you're allowed to enter, which is fine. So, I didn't even think about it. I didn't see the sign, and I just walked in, okay? This was like a little gift shop, and it was just me and my son at first, and there was a lady behind a counter. She didn't have her mask on, but she was behind a plastic thing. So anyway, we're walking through, and we're checking out, touristy stuff. And then all of a sudden, I guess this other random couple comes in. They were older, and the older lady had her mask on and her sunglasses and her gloves, and she comes up to me, and I don't know her from Adam. She was a stranger, and she comes up to me and she says, "Where's your mask?" Just randomly and bluntly asked me, "Where's your mask?" And I was sort of taken back by it. At first I was thinking to myself, well, where is my mask, right? I said, no, I have it in my purse. And I said, I didn't see the sign on the door that I had to wear one. And she's like, well, it was in the paper. All these, shops require you to wear a mask. And I'm like, okay. So I take it out and I put it on. And after the incident, I started thinking about this. And this leads me to what I was thinking about in the next 24 hours. I was thinking about how we all are technically putting on a mask every time we go out in public. And I don't mean literally wearing a face mask. I'm talking about metaphorically, that we are wearing a mask to hide our own persona. Now, what do I mean by that? Let's say somebody comes up to you and they say, "How are you doing today?" Right? Just nice question. How are you doing today? And of course, what do most people say? They say, "Oh, I'm doing good," or "I'm okay." And, and they say good, and then we just all go on our merry little ways, right? Or, you might be just hanging somewhere, and some random stranger will come up to you and start rapping with you. you know, especially if you're a woman, sometimes that happens to me. I have a guy who comes up to me and then they start to lie. And you can tell by the way that they are dressed and what they're driving. And I don't want to be judgmental, but you know, when somebody comes up to you and they start giving you a line like, oh, you know, my business took me here, and then they make it sound like they're just so full of money and rich, and they're trying to impress you, right? What are they doing? They're putting on a fake persona. They're putting on a mask to impress you. So we are doing this in this day and age by hiding who we truly are, is what I'm saying. We're faking how we feel, number one, and we're faking who we are, number two, to try to hide our emotions and our feelings and also to impress other people. And I stop and ask myself, why? Why is it that we do these things? Well, my first thought was we are socially conditioned to say that we're okay when anybody asks us. Since we were children, we're socially conditioned in our culture to not tell anybody truly how we feel, because they, you know, we're told that really society doesn't want to know how you feel. They don't care, you know? So that's one reason. I think we're socially conditioned. And then I think the second reason why we put on a fake mask in public and lie about who we are is because we don't want to be our authentic selves. We don't want to admit that maybe we failed in life, that we really and truly do not have money, and you know, we feel ashamed about it, and we try to cover that up. So we figure when we talk to a new person that doesn't know anything about us or our past, that we have a shot at actually creating a whole new life, a new reality for ourselves, and to hide behind a mask and lie and make it sound like, you know, we got it all and that we have no worries and all of that. And you know, all I can say is we just need to strip it down. We just need to be our authentic selves when we do meet people, because there's really no shame in that game. You know, there's no shame. Every one of us has skeletons in our closet. I don't care if you've got money or not. And every one of us has tissues and tissues of issues, if you know what I mean, okay? None of us is exempt from that because we are human. We have it. And I think we should really express that. I mean, I don't mean like if a total stranger comes up to you and says, how are you? And then all of a sudden you start dumping, you know? I mean, you know, maybe not just say, oh, you know, I got all these aches and pains and all 5-minute speech, but maybe just say, you know, I've had better days, or, you know, I'm not feeling so great today. I'm a little under the weather, instead of lying and say, yeah, I'm great. You know, and then the other person's either going to comment and say, hey, I'm sorry you're feeling that way. You know, what can I do to make you feel better? And here's you know, buy you a beer or something. I don't know. But I mean, it's just like, just be yourself. So that's the bottom line. That's my thought. That's my message. Take your mask off and just be. Just be you. Just be yourself, and just be authentic. All right. Food for thought today. So it's been good. Hey, please consider again to like, share, and subscribe, and drop me a comment below and let me know what your thoughts about this. Do you agree with what I'm thinking? Do you disagree with what I'm thinking? I'd like to know. And until the next one, you have yourself a wonderful day, and we'll talk again. Peace out.